Over the festive season, I took my time to study the JPY pairs, and I came across the fact that these pairs have very great structure when it comes to the market. So in 2024, I decided to select some few JPY pairs in order to learn how to swing these particular pairs for effective and sustainable growth in the market. Now, for the first JPY pair that I would be looking at is the NZD JPY. Now, what I simply mean by swinging these particular pairs is that I realize that these pairs have actually great structure, and when they take up a particular trend, they go in that direction at least a significant amount of pips. This does not really relate to some pairs like gold, because gold could do like 100 pips and 100 pips backwards again. But when it comes to the JPY pairs, when they pick a particular direction, they are giving you nothing less than 300 pips. Now, this study came as a result of trying to find a particular currency pair that I could potentially be swinging from and just get my mind off it. So basically what I was going to be doing is that I was going to get my mind off, get a different account, and just swing trade this particular pair. Now let's look at NZD JPY. Now what I realized with NZD JPY is that if you come to, let's say, the monthly time frame, right? This is the monthly time frame of NZD JPY, right? You realize that this market potentially has been moving in a particular fashion. So if you look at this particular area, you realize that this did about 460 pips, and then this progressively climbed to do about 500 pips, and then you can tell that this particular one was in a range. However, if we are able to know how to catch this particular moves from that swing point perspective, it was going to be very easy for us to be making significant amounts of pips and just allowing the market to run, knowing very well that we are going to be making good amounts of money on the market. So now let's delve into how we could have actually made use of this particular. Now, if you look at NZJPY on the daily time frame, I kind of marked out a trend line over here just to give me some kind of confluence. Now, market structure really plays in a lot over here. So let's have this as a say. Now I'm going to stick my replay tool, and I'm going to have something like this. Now, because we are swing trading, we are not going to be necessarily focusing on trying to catch every significant move in the market. However, we are looking for only high probability setups that can give us potential profits in the market. Now, if you look at this particular pair on the daily time frame, you can tell that after this had been on an uptrend, this market has decided to start a newfound downtrend. What I mean by that is that this market started off with creating series of higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and all of a sudden we could see that price failed to continue any upwards and then began its newfound trend. So that is why I picked out my trend line from this particular point. So I'm going to clear this over here, and I'm going to pick my trend line from the first touch over here to the second touch over here, and I'm going to be expecting a touch on this particular area. So I'm going to clear this out, and let's see how it replays. Now, over some time, let's say if I'm supposed to be trading, I know that I'm expecting price to pull back into this trend line before I'll take any particular decision for me to be trading the market. However, I can tell that price previously came to visit this particular support over here, right? And nothing has happened yet. So I'm just going to be patiently waiting to see what's going to happen. Nothing happening over here. Now you can see that price came back into this particular support area, tested it with one rejection and a strong momentum candle. In this particular indication over here, I can tell strongly that okay, I will be interested in swinging this particular trade from this particular support area even into the highest point. Now the reason is because I told you guys earlier that when it comes to market structure, we need to first of all identify how the market moves, and I stated clearly that when the market is moving in a downtrend, one of the ways we can tell that the market wants to change its direction is when the market first of all creates either equal highs, or the market will create will fail to create equal highs or lower highs, and then will create lower highs. So in this particular situation, what we are spotting over here is equal low, and then I'm seeing strong momentum candles. So in this case, I'm probably going to have my entry over here, I'm going to have my stop loss over here, and I'm going to be targeting this as a potential taper. Now this is going to be giving me about 812 pips, right? So once I've spotted my opportunity on this particular area, I will not be so much interested in catching this particular move right at this point. I will be expecting the market to actually come back into the zone before I make any decision. So right over here, I'm going to watch my replay tool, waiting for price to pull back into the zone. And right now, I have seen price pull back into the zone. Now, at this point, what exactly would I be looking out for? At this point, I'll be looking out for some kind of strong momentum indication. So over here, I'm going to be waiting. And over here, what I see is what? Price giving me that strong momentum candle, which is more of like a morning star formation. So right over here, my entry is going to be at this point. My SL is going to be at this point, and I'm going to be targeting this potential area as a potential take profit. So let's see how this particular trade goes. So as you can see, this is kind of moving in profit. Now this did about 250 pips. Now most times, anytime you are swinging, right, it's important that after the market goes into a significant amount of pips, you put in break even. It's very, very important. So yes, I'm going to take the L for this particular one, but let's see what happens. Now let's consider that, okay, I kind of consider this to be in a range. So let's see what actually happens over here. So I'm going to allow the market to do what it has to do, and you can tell that the market kept playing around this particular area. And what we would notice from this particular point is that NZD JPY was kind of ranging in this particular area, right? So let's see what happens. So waiting patiently, and then we spot a potential strong breakout. So this was where the breakout happened, and we know that, okay, this kind of made sense. All right, so now where is my next target for potential moves? Now understand that when you are swinging, the reason why we were kind of struggling to catch in on this significant move was simply because the market has started a downtrend and we are trying to catch the buys. So when it comes to swing, it's important to know that anytime the market has changed its particular direction, you want to follow in that particular area, therefore making it easy, because I told you guys that there are what we call impulsive moves and correction, and anytime the market chooses a particular trend, the impulsive move goes in that particular trend. So in this case, I will be looking out for selling opportunities, and the points where I'll be looking out for selling opportunities lies in around this area. So now let's see what actually happened. So price comes into this zone. I see price, giving me some kind of strong confirmations over here. Nothing really over here. So I'm going to be patiently waiting. And then boom, price decides to drop. Now let's say I missed out on this move. Okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to mark out these highs, because sometimes you want to be very patient to catch out on the real move of the market. Sometimes this could be fake out. So I'm going to be expecting a pullback, right? So you're going to be thinking that, oh my god, I missed out on about 290 pips, close to 300 pip move. But however, we're going to be patient, right? And what we are going to spot over here is that, okay, now price came on the daily time frame, came to tap into this particular zone again, right? Now if I should come on the 4-hour time frame, right, we can spot a very beautiful entry right over here with price closing beneath the trend line, showing us strong confirmation. So right over here, my SL is going to be right below the reason why I'm entering the trade. And where is my potential TP going to be? Back even into this particular range. So this is about a 500 pip move, right? A 500 pip move. Now let's see how this particular trade did play out. So you can see on the first day, we stuck into profit over here. Trade started rambling, doing whatever it has to do, and then what do we see? You can see trade potentially coming back, and then let's say we've actually breaked even over here. All right, let's say we've actually breaked even over here after this move had happened. So what we are doing is patiently waiting for price. So boom, there and there, we raised 100 pips to make 500 pips. Now, if you did about one lot and you're risking $1,000 on this particular trade, over some time, it was going to bring you $5,000. And if you decided to do about 0.10, risking about maybe how much? 100 pips. How much is that? $100. Then it simply means that on this particular trade, if it did go well, you are going to be making about $500. You want to think about the fact that if you find pairs that actually work together with market structure, now you could tell that, okay, at this particular point, we're already targeting for sales. And in this zone, when we're targeting for sales, we saw the market create equal highs, which is also an indication of a strong reversal, followed by a very beautiful candle pattern, which is right over here. And that was our confirmation for entry. So this was a very beautiful setup. If we look at other, pairs, let's look at Euro JPY to see whether we can spot such a very beautiful opportunity like that. and then we'll see how that one also went as well. So for Euro JPY in this case, what we are going to do is we are going to be looking out for swinging opportunities on that particular area. So let me have my trend line tool on the first touch over here, on the second touch over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay this particular area. Right now over here we can tell that okay, this market was kind of moving in that kind of down fashion. The market was moving in a downtrend over here. Do you agree with me? Right, then what do we notice over here? We notice that the market started to create what reason for what breakout. So we saw the market break out of this particular zone, which was the previous high in this area. So we're kind of expecting the market to come and retest. So now we found a new uptrend. So now we saw that the market has begun a new uptrend. So this was a high price broke out to come and test this particular zone over here with this trend line. So this was the second touch. So now on this particular swing information, what we are expecting is what a third touch of the trend line. So patiently waiting, we're kind of waiting for price to do what it has to do, and then patience is key. We didn't spot price coming to tap into that particular trend line, so that is not a reason to enter. So we are going to be patient, and then what do we see? Boom. So at this point, we saw how the market came to tap into this particular area to form new equal lows, right? So at this point, we know that, okay, this market has been moving in an uptrend, and per market structure, what does it mean? It simply means that this market wants to continue. So let's say if we're actually looking out for opportunities, we know that price did not close below this particular trend line. So this is going to be our point of entry. This could be like a potential day trading opportunity where we decide to take our trade. We're going to have our SL right below the reason of the structure. We're going to have, let's say, a TP2 here for swing traders, and even potentially looking at nothing less than a risk to reward of what 1:, let's say 6 if possible. Right now, let's look at how this particular trade also played out. So we're going to be patiently waiting to see on the 4-hour time frame. Consider price finally did what go its way, and those who did about day trading, this could be a potential take profit 1, and this could be a potential take profit 2. So they would have probably smashed their take profit targets and allow the market to do what it has to do, right? So patiently, and then you can see take profit 2 has been smashed beautifully. This could also be another opportunity for take profit 3. And let's see how that also went as well. Boom, and beautifully, as we can see, this market has potentially done 360 pips. Let's say we actually give this about, let's say, 400 pip move, right? Smashed beautifully. So you can just come with that idea that, okay, what if I pick out some JPY pairs that kind of establish a beautiful trend? All I need to do is take the trade and allow the market to do what it has to do, and this can go a long way to bring you significant gains in the year 2024. So take your time. I want you to patiently backtest a particular system based on market structure to find that good entry point and potential take profit for the market. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. My name is Aramdela. Peace out.